Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I posted, and it's been a while since I posted this style of video, but I thought we would do a sit-down video instead of me running all over the place doing vlogs and stuff. As fun as that is. I thought today we would do an advice video from someone who has graduated high school. So that means I'm the wisest of all of y'all. I can give good advice. So let's get into the video. So I have a list of all the advice or things that I've learned while I've been in high school. And I'm going to be walking you guys through it so you also can have good advice. And I'm going to be doing this while I drink my tea, of course, because it's in the morning. The good thing about this is that it is a Thursday afternoon, not even afternoon, it's a Thursday morning, and all of my underclassmen friends are still in school and I'm not, because I'm graduated. So if you want to be like me, living it up, here are the things you need to learn about life. Okay, so my first thing on the list is don't take yourself so serious. This is something that I learned when I went to Spain my sophomore year. So when I went to Spain, I kind of had this idea that I had to be the greatest, I had to do something extraordinary, and I know a lot of people in their own lives set that standard for themselves, or maybe their parents set that standard for them, but that is not something that you need to do, because the truth is, even if you were extraordinary, you still wouldn't think you were enough. So do not take yourself so serious. I also learned this when I moved here, when I moved to Liberty. In Liberty, the game is completely different than when I was raised in a small town, because you get here and let's just say these people have the resources. Okay, they're rich AF. So when you come here, there are so many opportunities that you're just never going to get. And that's not a bad thing, it's just a fact. I am never going to be a person that is going to be personally tutored by professionals on a sport. That is not something that is ever going to be in my realm of possibility. And you just have to be okay with that. Don't take yourself so serious, it's not that deep. The fact is, they have the money, they can pay for it. You don't have the money, you're going to have to work personally a lot harder, and that's life. Don't take yourself so serious. You may not ace a math test. Lord knows I didn't. Got like a C in math, but I worked for it. I worked really hard. Don't take yourself so serious. I still got a full ride into a scholarship. That C wasn't the end of the world. It didn't matter. I failed 2 classes in Spain. Full transparency. It was hard. Guess what? Still got a full ride. Still, I'm going to college. It does not matter. Do not take yourself so seriously. High school is barely real. I cannot stress that enough. High school is barely real. I've been to 3 high schools in my career. It's most of the programs that you think are so important don't even exist when you go to different schools. This is at Liberty, kids. All y'all's programs aren't real, so don't take it so serious. Focus on living. Focus on making friends. Focus on your school, but not too much, because y'all get carried away. My second advice is talk to everybody. This is a big one for me because, like I said, I've been to 3 high schools in 4 years, and it was really hard to make friends, especially when I went to Spain. That was my first time moving. So I got there, I was new. A lot of people, when there's a new kid, they like to make up who you are in their own head, and it normally is not true. So it's a lot harder to make friends because people are already making these assumptions about you. And my one advice for that is just to talk to everybody. Even the people that you look at and you know we would never be friends. Talk to them, because I've thought that, and then I became best friends with them. And it never hurts to have someone in your corner for who knows what. I literally talk to everybody at my school, except for the people I really don't like. Like, when you're there for a couple months, you kind of know, I hate you. You don't gotta talk to them, okay? You just have to talk to them at the beginning to see what your vibe is, because there's so much to experience. You're going to change. So talk to those people. Decide what you want. Okay, my third thing on the list is to always learn and be open, not to shut yourself down. This is a really big one. The thing about opportunities is that they're always happening to you. Always. Every single day, whether you see it or not. You never realize that there are opportunities until they've already passed. And that can be if you didn't do something because you thought you weren't going to do well at it, so you didn't even join this club or you didn't even take this test. And then later you're thinking, wow, I should have done that. Why did I do this to myself? Or you did do it and you think, I'm so grateful. This was a great opportunity to open so many doors. But you can only do that if you actually take the leap and you do those opportunities. So always be open to learn. This is what happened to me when I went to Spain. When I went to Spain, I thought I was never going to learn Spanish. It was so hard. But once I started opening myself up and said, I can do this, I will do this, it started to come to me easier. It was like the block in my brain was gone because I was the one blocking it. So always be open to learning, even things you feel like it's not going to be for me. You never know. People grow, people change. All right, number 4, just says take care of yourself. I don't really need to explain this. High school is hard. You're going through a lot. If you don't take care of yourself, no matter how hard you work in your academics, you're going to fail. That's just a fact. You have to take care of yourself, and this is physical and this is mental health. If you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to do well, and you're not going to do well in your future. This isn't about surviving high school. This is about skills you need for your life, okay, when you are further in your education. Or if you don't go to college, that's cool too. Do what you want, but you got to take care of yourself either way, or else it's not going to work out. My next one is rely on you. If you're the type of person that falls apart because you're not around people, you got to fix that. There's just no other thing I can say to you. That is really, really, really bad. It's really toxic. You're putting pressure on other people. You got to rely on yourself. I was a very outward person when I was a freshman in high school. I really relied on people to base my mood off of, and to be happy. That reliance led me down a really, really bad path and caused some bad things to happen to me when I went to Spain, because you really can't rely on people. It's not their responsibility, it's your responsibility. You are the only person looking out for you. Sometimes your parents aren't going to be there. I was alone in Spain. I didn't have my parents to run on over 4,000 miles to help me. And that's what's going to happen to everybody eventually. Our parents aren't going to be around. Our friends aren't going to be around. Things are going to change. You got to rely on yourself. If you're relying on someone more than you rely on yourself, that's not good. You got to work on that. Next one is cutting people out is okay. Some of you guys like to hold on, okay? I was one of those people. I'd hold on forever. I would never give up on you. That is super bad because it's not even their fault. Maybe they did something wrong. Maybe they didn't. Maybe you're just not vibing with them. It doesn't matter. Just cut them off. I'm a strong believer in just cut them off. It does not matter. I say this because sometimes you outgrow people and it's not good for either party. Sometimes they're just a dick and you gotta cut them off. And that's life. That is life. Just cut them off. It literally does not matter. Once you cut them off, the suffering ends. I've cut off so many people in so many different places, and I have never, 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 never once regretted it. Ever. Cut them off. Next one is change is scary, but it's good. Same thing with the opportunities thing. At first, it's going to feel like torture. You're going to feel really sad, like when I moved twice. I was so sad. But then these things turn me to the person I am today, and they transform me into someone I never thought I was going to be. So change is good. Don't look at it like it's scary. Look at it like it's a new opportunity. Remember, relating back, growing up does not mean losing yourself. Growing up is hard. Changing is hard. You're going to feel like, oh, I'm not the person that I was, and that's kind of the entire point. If you were the same person you were as a freshman, I don't think anyone would want to be your friend, because freshmen are annoying. But the thing is, growing up does not mean losing yourself. You're still the same person in the same format. You're just growing up. Just keep it at that. Don't think too much into it, because that's when we start to have problems. Just leave it at that. This next one is don't water yourself down for others. This is a really big one, because especially if you're a people pleaser like I was. I'm an ex-people pleaser, guys. But when I was living in a small town, it's really easy to water yourself down. There's kind of only one mold that's accepted in a small town, and I'm pretty sure y'all know what that is. Guess who does not fit that mold? Me, okay? And I never did. And I was pretty bullied. Not in high school, because we were too grown for that. But I was bullied in elementary school and middle school pretty bad. And I always felt like I was the weird one. Funny thing is, when I moved here, I kept that same personality that got me bullied. And someone last week told me that I was the coolest person they knew. I'm not capping about that either. I wish they were here right now. Shout out to Elian. Okay, he was in one of my videos. He's the king. But just keep being yourself. You'll eventually find your people, like I did here. Next one is do not do things that make you uncomfortable. This is something that I'm still learning. I always end up doing things that I am super uncomfortable with because I feel like it's something that I should do. It is really, really difficult to find your way. So you end up doing things you're uncomfortable with because you think it is what you're supposed to be doing. And let me just say, don't do that shit. Do not. Please do not. Just, if you are uncomfortable and there's a pit in your stomach and your mind is telling you, I don't want to do this, don't do it. Because guess what? It's going to cause you to collect all kinds of fun traumas that you are never going to get rid of. Do not do it. Do not talk to that person you don't want to talk to. Do not date that person you don't want to date. Do not be friends with that person you don't want to be friends with. Don't join that club you don't want to join. Don't hang out with those people that are bad. Whatever the situation is, don't do drugs. I don't know what the situation is. Do not do it. It is not worth it. You are not building lore. You are building drama. Please leave it at that. Next one is you don't have to stay at a job that you hate. Okay, I've had, I don't know, like 4 or 5 jobs. This isn't because I'm irresponsible. This is because I've moved a lot. But when I moved here, I got a job that was the pits. We'll say that, okay? My boss was pretty evil. So, oh, I hope my phone doesn't fall. Anyways, my boss was actually evil. She was screaming at us, cussing at us. She was just odd, okay? So I quit that job and I was like unemployed for like a month, and it was really, really, really stressful trying to find a job, especially in Liberty. Those jobs are always getting taken by very qualified people, so it was hard to find another job. But you don't have to stay at a job you hate. If you're willing to put in the work to find a new job, just leave. Just leave. It's just miserable for no reason. I'm at my job now, and I'll stay there, and I'll come back and work every summer and every winter break while I'm in college because I love it so much. And I'm very grateful that I left. The next one is do not let anxiety stop you. This is kind of the opportunities thing, but for people that are a little more anxious than others. I have let anxiety stop me from talking to people, from doing what I want to do, clubs I wanted to do, but I didn't think that I was going to be good enough. Just go for it. I did the musical at the ripe age of 17, my first musical, with no musical training. And I went in there and listened to everyone auditioning, and I knew that I was never going to get a part. I was certainly not going to get a singing part or a speaking part in this huge musical. And I actually ended up doing it, to everyone's shock, and some people were not happy about it. But I did it anyways. I was very anxious about it. I actually tried to leave the audition early, and one of the teachers told me not to give up on myself. Don't give up on yourself. Even if you're anxious, do it anxious, because you're going to regret not doing it. I've regretted so many things because of that. Sometimes you have to push through. The next one is bad things are going to happen to you. It's high school. People are kind of evil. I'll be real. Bad things are going to happen to you. And there's really, I have no advice on, here's what you do to stop that from happening. There is nothing you can do. That's just life. Bad things are going to happen to you. Just know that. Expect it to happen. Don't expect everything to be perfect, because when it happens, you're going to fall apart. Bad things are going to happen. Expect it. It's okay. It builds the character. It builds the lore, guys. It's going to happen. It's alright. It happens to everybody. It's not anything you did wrong. Shit just happens. It's okay. My last and most important thing is don't try and predict the future. I'm not sitting here giving you advice on college. I don't know what life's going to be like in college. I don't know anything about it. That's something you got to know. If you don't know anything, you don't know anything. Don't try to predict it. You're going to wind yourself up trying to predict these things. Don't predict it. Just let it happen. So that's the last thing on my list. That's my advice. If you liked it, leave a comment. If you hated it, let me know why. I don't care. I'll probably delete your comment. Just kidding. Anyways, comment, like, subscribe if you want to see more videos of me just yapping for, 18 minutes, 17 minutes, however long this video is. Let me know. I love to yap, and I hope you guys love to hear me yap. So take my advice, enjoy high school or whatever you're doing, and I'll see you guys later.